Well, Odas is making a bold choice with the review of Kaido's devil fruit, the legendary Fish devil fruit. Of course, as we all know, this has been resulted in a number of memes, mostly relating to Pokemon. Did you know that Big Mom is the One Piece's world's Pokemon master? She's caught them all, and she stored them here in the library back in Whole Cake Island. The final battle warning would go like this. Kaido transformed to Magic Carp. Big Mom, Kaido uses Splash on Luffy. It's super effective. Okay, all jokes aside, let's get down to business. Hi everyone, Flying Panda, the One Piece theorist.
Kaido's power revealed! Fish devil fruit model, Leviathan, the sea serpent.
By legendary anime. Hi everyone, Flying Panda. Before we begin, this video is sponsored by Flying Panda. As you know, we got a Twitter account, meet us there. We got Facebook, join us there. And also we got a Discord channel with over 2,000 members. We're a great admin team, great members. We always talk about our One Piece theories in this channel. We always talk about One Piece in general. We talk about films. We talk about games. So if you haven't already, see you there on the Discord channel. As we said, this is a bold move on Oda's part. He's literally given the strongest creature in the world a fish devil fruit. Sounds almost ridiculous and yet makes some sense. Of course we all by now should know the legend of the Koi Carp who swam up the waterfall and became a dragon, as you see in many of my videos. Naturally, this should be the case for Kaido's devil fruit. It's arguably the strongest reason for this and yet makes sense. Yet somehow, it also can't make sense. The reason it can't make sense is due to the properties of the devil fruit itself, being the devil fruit curse. When it comes to aquatic life such as fish, they can't live out of the water, much less roam the land, which makes this review so confusing. Of course, if it is indeed a Koi Carp, then how does this work? He's literally a fish out of water, as the saying goes. Now the only way, and we mean only way this Koi idea works, is if the devil fruit didn't start as a fish, but is purely just based on the legend of the Koi transformation into a dragon. Which makes it into the fish Nomi model dragon. Okay, in a theory, that's it, that wraps it up. Just kidding. Of course we're not going to just leave it to be that simple. We all know how Oda is a mad genius, and even though this devil fruit idea seems so simple and straightforward, the real question is it really? We all fix on the Koi because of the area in which the review has taken place, Wano Kuni, the Japan of the One Piece world. But let's not forget that Japan has many more legends and customs which either relate or are even the same as others from around the world. Such legends as the sea serpent. Sea serpents, no matter what culture you hear about them, always are sound to be marine life, monsters and fish. That's right, fish. This is what we now believe Oda is doing with this review of the fish Nomi. It's not literally based on the fish, but rather an idea of a different type of fish, which leads to sea serpents equals fish. Remember what Big Mom said, she gave Kaido a legendary fish devil fruit. Now, which the Koi story is legend, there are other legends that can relate, like the sea serpent legends we mentioned. It's worth noting as well that Eastern dragons are designed and believed to be serpents. Serpents are of course snakes, but sea serpents mainly come from the legend of sea snakes, which have been known to grow up to 9.8 feet in length. One of the most famous sea serpents of many legends has to be Leviathan, one of the three beasts of chaos. Leviathan is a beast with the form of a sea serpent from Judaism. It is referenced in several books of the Hebrew Bibles, including the Book of Job, Book of Isaiah, and the Book of Amos. It's also mentioned in the Book of Enoch. The Leviathan, the Book of Job, is a reflection of the older Kainite, Lotan, a primeval monster defeated by the god Baal-Hadid. Parallel to the role of Tiamat, defeated by Marduk, had been long drawn in comparative mythology, as being wider comparison to dragon and world serpent narratives such as Indra slaying Vajra or Sfor slaying Yomanga. Leviathan also figures in Hebrew Bible as a metaphor powerful enemy, notably Babylon. We have a few reasons for suspecting that Oda is using Leviathan as part of the inspiration for Kaido, and to start with is the four princes of hell. They go as follow. Lucifer is portrayed as Trunks, Satan, Blackbeard, Beelzebub, Big Mom, and lastly Leviathan as Kaido. Each has their reason for each of their connections, but we can cover that in a later theory. There is a passage from the book of Job that more or less describes Kaido, like how his introduction went from that time he jumped off the Sky Island, and it goes like this.
Can you draw out Leviathan with a fishhook, or press down his tongue with a cord? Can you put a rope in his nose, or pierce his jaw with a hook? We make many pleas to you, we speak to you soft words, we will make a covenant with you to take him for your servant forever. Will you play with him as with a bird, or will you put him on a leash for your girls? Will you trade bargain over him? Will they divide him among the merchants? Can you fill his skin with harpoons, or his head with fishing spears? Lay your hand on him, remember the battle, you will not do it again. Behold, the hope of man is false, he is laid low even in the sight of him. No one is so fierce that he dares to stir him up. Who then he is who can stand before me? Who has first given to me that I should repay him? Whatever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not keep silence concerning his limbs, or his mighty strength, or his godly frame. Who can strip off his outer garment? Who would come near him with a bridle? Who can open his doors of his face? Around his teeth is terror. His back is made of rows of shields, shut up closely as with a seal. One is so near to another that is one that one air can come between them. They join one to another and clasp each other and cannot be separated. His sneezing flash forth light, and even his eyes like the eyelids of the dawn. Out of the mouth of gold flaming torches, sparks of fire let forth. Out of his nostrils comes forth smoke as from a burning pot and burning rushes. His breath kindles coal, and a flame comes forth from his mouth. In his neck abides strength, and terror dances before him. The fold of his flesh sticks together, firmly clasps on him, and immovable. His heart is hard as a stone, hard as a lower millstone. When he rises himself up, the mighty are afraid. At the crashing they are beside themselves. Even though the sword reaches him, he does not avail, nor the spears, the dart, or the javelin. He counts iron as straw, and bronze as rotten. The arrow cannot make him flee. For him, stones are turned to stubble. Clubs are counted as stubble. He laughs at the rattle of javelins. His underparts are like sharp potheads. He spreads himself like a threshing sledge on the mere. He makes the deep boil like a pot. He makes the sea like a pot ointment. Behind him leaves a shining wake. One would think the deep to be white-haired. On earth there is not his like, a creature without fear. He sees everything that is high. He is king over all the sons of pride.
Phew. Now that is a lot to take in, but bear with us here. In Kaido's introduction, that panel states that Kaido is the most powerful on land, sea and sky. It almost speaks of how he's untouchable when it comes to weapons, or which is basically what is said about Leviathan. In most accounts that speaks of Leviathan, they say that the beast has more than one head like Hydra or Orochi. Now of course that relates more to Orochi the Shogun of Wano, but just as another connection nevertheless to Kaido. Just to save confusion, there are a number of accounts that also say that Leviathan wasn't multi-headed, and most paintings of the beast have also painted it with one head and in the shape of a giant sea serpent. This is what we believe is part of the idea and design behind Kaido. We're not saying that the model of his own fruit is a Leviathan, even though Christianity is in Japan. We still believe that Oda has kept to the theme of Oda of Japan in relation to the fish no Mi, and for better or worse, OC is a dragon, right? Then this leads us to what Dragon Kaido is. He's a Shuilong Chinese, but in Japanese it's an Azure dragon. The Azure dragon, blue-green dragon, or blue dragon, is one of the dragon gods who represent the mount of the Shatonic forces, or the 5 forces of the highest deity. He is also one of the 4 symbols of the Chinese constellation, which are the arrow representation of the Wufeng Shandi. The Zhuhai dragon represents the east and the spring season. Clearly this dragon fits the idea of Kaido's dragon design. After all, he is blue when in dragon form. The reason also why will the Azora draw a dragon over the Shillong is cause Japanese dragons have 4 claws, which Chinese have 5, and Kaido has 4. In conclusion, the legendary fish Elfer is a fish no Mi, Azura dragon, designed around the idea of the Leviathan in mind. But wait, did we say there were 3 beasts including Leviathan? That's right, as it so happens, Kaido might not be the only dragon on Wano currently. Want to know who's the next one? Tune in next time on Flying Panda TV. Other than that, thanks for watching the video. It's written by Legendary Anime. Please leave comments down below. Please like, and if you haven't, please join our Discord. I can't wait to see you there. This is the final video of 2020. So everyone, Nakama, I wish you a happy new year.
Flying Panda.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind, I designed this rhyme, explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as a pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away, it's so unreal. Didn't look out below. What time fly through out the window. Trying to hold on, but didn't even know. I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, even though I tried. It all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of the time I tried so hard.
行くぞ